This news update is brought to you by
Grab somebody and tell them hello. Pure happiness will be connect to flow. Smile and cheer because that is we flow. Grab somebody and tell them hello. With your hands in the air, hands in the air, hands in the air, hands in the air. This is how we flow, yeah. Grab somebody and tell them this is how we flow.
It's Tuesday, July the 28th, 2015, and this is your Barbados Today morning news update. I'm Emmanuel Joseph. Thanks for joining us. We begin with news that the controversial waste-to-energy Cahill project has been met with more strong objections, this time from at least two major players in the renewable energy industry who have stoutly rejected the proposal, saying it was not the right fit for the island. Executive Director of the Barbados Renewable Energy Association, Clyde Griffith, told Barbados Today he opposed the plasma gasification waste-to-energy project for several reasons, and that include the threat it posed especially to the island's west coast tourism belt.
I cannot believe that our government would go and agree to a major project like this, $700 million, and do not, give the taxpayers the chance to comment. So we can't support it for that reason. And the environmental issues, which are the most dangerous, the environment is seriously threatened. And where this plant should be located, the threat to the west coast, the Sandlane Gold Coast, is more pronounced. I would think that the Minister of Tourism would take a stand against this project, given the environmental consequences that we will face.
Meanwhile, Chief Innovation Officer of Innogen Technologies, Inc., Mark Hill, is proposing that more attention be placed on the proposed multi-purpose sugar factory, which he said was the other waste-to-energy option on the table that made more economic and environmental sense from a developmental point of view.
Between the multi-purpose sugar factory and the waste-to-energy plant, I think that Barbados, from a developmental perspective, should invest more of its energy in the multi-purpose sugar factory. The two projects cannot sit next to one another. One is going to either add value to the other one, or one is going to undermine the other one.
Local sugar officials are worried about the financial state of the industry, the high cost of which already this year forced authorities to abandon the harvesting of an estimated 1,000 acres of cane during the just-ended crop. With a further decline in sugar output this year over the previous years, Chairman of the Barbados Cane Industry Corporation, Dr. Atlee Brathwaite, is expressing serious concern at not being able to reap those canes. Dr. Brathwaite told Barbados Today it was an economic decision.
That is a question of cost, because the factory was remaining operational and waiting on canes. Okay, and that would have carry up the cost of production significantly. So you had to cut off at some point. Remember, we were harvesting canes from the Independence as well as the AMC. When the Independence finished, canes were not delivered at a rate that would have made the continuous operation of the factory economical. So we had to cut off at some point in time. In other words, to keep the factory open, to harvest those canes would have been very costly.
Meanwhile, General Manager of the BAMC, Leslie Paris, is reporting a significant decline in this year's sugar production, which stood at 10,800 tons on completion of the crop on June the 27th. The projected output was about 11,000 tons. Last year's production was initially 18,000 tons and later revised to 17,000 tons. In 2013, Barbados produced about 20,000 tons of raw sugar. This continuing decline in output is a far cry from a high of 100,000 tons in the 1960s and 1970s. In an interview with Barbados Today, Paris blamed the late start of the harvest and problems with the quality of the cane juice for a drop in production this year.
The quality of the cane also proved to be a challenge in at least 5% of the tonnage delivered comprised trash and extraneous matter. As a result, it would have affected the overall efficiency of the factory in terms of the stated conversion of cane to sugar. It is estimated that approximately 5%, as I said earlier, of the deliveries comprise trash and extraneous matter, when normally the accepted level is about 3% or less.
There's regional and international news after this short break.
CBC is bringing Crop Over your way. Enjoy the color, the sights, and the sounds of the Barbados Crop Over Festival. Simply log on to www.barbadostoday.bb and book your favorite event. For just $25 or 51 Barbados dollars each, you can watch Soco Royale or Piccadilly Crop Finals. And for just $10 or 21 Barbados dollars, overseas viewers can watch Grand Kadooment. Be in the festival. Log on to www.barbadostoday.bb and book now. With CBC and Barbados Today, Crop Over is only a click away.
Secure your future, be financially strong. Since 1983, we have been there for you. A smart range of products, great tax benefits. We're the solution to your hopes and your dreams. The Barbados Workers Union Cooperative Credit Union. The Barbados Workers Union Cooperative Credit Union. Humble beginnings to smart loans, smart savings. Save smart and borrow smarter. That's the move for me. Stability, prosperity. We're the solution to your hopes and your dreams. The Barbados Workers Union Cooperative Credit Union. The Barbados Workers Union Cooperative Credit Union.
Got it in my hand, yeah. My Barbados, my bank. Got to understand, yeah. My Barbados, my bank. Ain't nothing like a core bank spare. None of them others just can't compare. You just got to love that taste. It's the world-class thing this land makes. Whether I'm cruising or at a bar, whether I'm at home, my bank spare is never far. For this blessing, got to give God thanks. My Barbados, my bank.
Welcome back with news from the region now. Former FIFA Vice President Jack Warner, who's fighting extradition to the United States on multiple counts of fraud, racketeering, money laundering, and corruption charges, will be filing for judicial review of any proceedings to extradite him to the United States. When the extradition case came up for hearing before Chief Magistrate Marcia Ayers Caesar in Port-of-Spain Magistrates Court in Trinidad yesterday, the state and defense requested more time to examine the 166-page indictment against Warner and other top FIFA officials. As a result, the case has been adjourned to August the 28th. Speaking to the media following the matter, Warner, a former national security minister, said he and his attorneys would be filing for judicial review. He pointed out that given the fact that the matter has been prosecuted in the public domain, it would affect his chances of having a fair trial. Warner has denied the corruption charges. On the international scene, police in Britain have launched a criminal investigation after former Deputy Lord Speaker Lord Sewell was filmed allegedly taking drugs with prostitutes. The Metropolitan Police said it was looking into allegations of drug-related offences involving a member of the House of Lords. Lord Sewell is to be granted a leave of absence from the House of Lords. He has already quit as Lord's Deputy Speaker and Chairman of the Lord's Privilege Conduct Committee. Original footage released by the Britain's Sun on Sunday appeared to show Lord Sewell snorting powder from a woman's breast with a £5 note.
They've launched an investigation into allegations of drug use by Lord Sewell, and they've executed a warrant on an address in central London, and the pictures that we're showing you are of some of that police activity at that central London address. Police saying that no arrests have been made at this stage, but they've clearly entered a building, and judging by some of those pictures, items have been removed as well.
And on the U.S. scene, Turkey and the United States are working together on military plans to clear the Islamic State group from parts of northern Syria. American officials say an Islamic State-free zone would ensure greater stability along the Syria-Turkish border. The talks followed a major shift in Turkey's approach to ISIS in recent days.
With precision, they strike. Turkish jets targeting PKK Kurdish rebels in Iraq. It's part of Turkey's two-pronged military action against the PKK and so-called Islamic State. A twin threat that has prompted Ankara to summon a NATO meeting in Brussels on Tuesday.
What we expect solidarity and support from our NATO allies regarding the security threats in the region, and Daesh is our common enemy.
But it's getting messy. The Kurdish militia in Syria now says it was hit by Turkish tanks around the towns of Jarablus and Kobani. Turkey insists it was only returning fire and that the Syrian Kurds are not being targeted.
And that's where we end our Barbados Today morning news update. However, you can join us again this afternoon. Until then, remember to log on to www.barbadostoday.bb, subscribe to our e-paper or email updates, or like us on Facebook. You can also catch us on Izumi Media in bus terminals or Screenplay at supermarkets and gas stations near you. Also tune in to Channel 101 on Lime TV and Mix 96.9 FM to get all the latest news and sports. I'm Emmanuel Joseph. Have a fantastic day.